We have three options to use with this saw. We have a single raker, a double raker, and a bullet raker chain that can be utilized. The single raker and double raker simply have either a single or double raker first before the actual cutting carbide tip. With the bullet raker chain, there is a bullet shaped tip that precedes the cutting carbide tip, allowing it to do its job in that fashion. All three chains are designed to be used for different applications. So for cutting wood, the double raker and single raker are excellent for cutting wood. For cutting other materials, might not be the best as far as your typical roofing materials. It'll still do the job, but may not be the best chain to use for that. The bullet raker chain is excellent to be used on your roofing materials. I'll cut through your asphalt shingles, your tin, stuff like that. If I'm cutting thick, heavy, dense wood, it's not the best. It'll do it, but it's not the best compared to, say, a single or a double raker chain itself. The bullet raker chain is designed so that when it's being used, it's spinning along that bar at 74 feet per second or more. When it's introduced into the actual material, I have to actually push the chain in. So as I'm pushing the chain in, it'll be a bit of resistance because it's designed to not want to grab and be pulled in, like say compared to a typical chain found on a chainsaw in your average big box stores. So because of that resistance, it's got very low kickback potential with that particular style of chain. But as the chain's being introduced into the material, being plunged in, the bullet-shaped tip is actually carving a pathway for the carbide tip to come in and cut right behind it. And because of that bullet-shaped tip, it's actually producing a very fine sawdust kind of byproduct compared to your double raker and single raker type of chains producing a very coarse and thicker byproduct. So when I'm cutting away with a bullet raker chain, I'm producing a lot of sawdust. If I'm using a double raker, for example, on this saw, it'll produce a little more coarser kind of dust or byproduct being cut off from my roof, for example. You'll notice also with the bullet raker chain, the distance between the actual bullet tip and the carbide tip cutter is very close compared to a double raker chain I have here, where it's a little further away between the actual carbide tip cutter and the actual double raker in front of it. So there's a purpose for each. Ideally, this spaced out more gives it a chance to clean out itself as it's being used. This one here, not so much, but again, designed for a particular purpose, giving us a little more cutting ability and more cutting power in terms of cutting different materials at once, going through your shingles, going through your wood frame members, cutting through your roofing nails, maybe also aluminum decking on the roof as well. So it's got a multi-purpose approach to it compared to, say, something like this double raker chain here.